I'm Matthew.
I'm Davey.
I'm Samrat. Together, we are founders of Dreambox Emergence.
We're looking to harness the capabilities of 3D printers to give people in remote communities access to essential goods on an affordable basis.
We're currently in a prototyping phase, and we would like to fully launch in Naba, Guatemala later this June.
As a little background, I graduated from Columbia Engineering in 2011 and spent time working on the Bamboo Bike project, bringing manufacturing processes into developing countries. I'm currently a manager at MongoDB, a software company in New York.
I'm Davey Gibeon, a Columbia College graduate from 2012 and currently a partner at Special Project Office, a consulting company in New York. In my current role, as well as in roles with the UNDP and the Earth Institute, I specialize in technology commercialization, primarily in remote regions or conflict zones.
I graduated at NYU in 2000, passionate about social entrepreneurship and 3D printing, currently managing director at Headwaters MB, leading our efforts in the industrial technology space. People in underdeveloped communities pay more for daily essential goods sourced from outside the community.
Based on our experiences in rural developing communities, we came to understand that the lack of productive assets in those communities prohibitively increased the cost of essential goods that were produced and then shipped via long and often fragile supply chains.
So by bringing these productive capacities into a remote community, such as in Naba, Guatemala, we have the ability to solve many product-related issues and challenges in the healthcare, education, and agricultural space, as well as foster a productive economy inside the community itself. Our solution is to provide a community-driven 3D printing enterprise. This will accomplish three things. First of all, we will design and manufacture a list of products sourced from community ideas. Second of all, we will distribute these products using an existing relationship with Community Enterprise Solutions, a social entrepreneurship company based in Guatemala. Finally, to foster local entrepreneurship, we will educate and train local people to design, distribute, and manufacture these goods on their own, supporting a local economy around the 3D printing enterprise.
To catalyze the process, over the last year and a half, we have worked on developing a suite of products that range from eyeglasses to irrigation products to tools for builders, and last but not least, educational products such as math puzzles that can aid in children's developmental activities.
We're deploying a fused deposition 3D printer, a laptop, and a tablet. This suite of products allows community members the ability to directly interface with the machine, download products, and print whatever is necessary for their current situation.
What excites us is the technology cost curve helps our production activity, allowing us to use machines for different OEMs, different materials, as well as reduce our overall print time and production costs.
So far, our designs have come from both in-house design as well as an open source model, including a recently held international design competition hosted by GrabCAD.
In order to further decrease our cost base, we are also a founding member of the Ethical Filament Foundation, an international foundation that is using recycling technologies to create ethically sourced 3D printed filament. This foundation is currently producing HDPE plastic, which can go directly into our production process.
As first part of our growth strategy, we'll be heading down to Naba, Guatemala in the next couple of months to do our first pilot. Once the pilot is established, we'll expand that pilot to 4 or 5 machines. As second part of our growth strategy, we will be doing a cluster of micro factories in and about Naba, Guatemala, as well as in Central America. Long term, our plan is to develop clusters within certain areas, regions, and states before expanding to other countries as we scale up.
To test the robustness of our model, we have analyzed the per unit economics on a fully burdened capital base. This has included all of our products, ranging from eyeglasses to the educational tools that we wish to sell, in order to determine whether or not we can be competitive based on local market conditions.
Let's take eyeglasses, for example. In Naba, current eyeglass pricing starts at $7.50 for a pair of prescription glasses. That said, demand in the region has reached 5,300 glasses as of 2012.
We're confident that we can produce these glasses for less than $2 per unit. That includes overhead, direct material, indirect costs, as well as our machine cost, assuming a 30% annualized return on the cost of capital. Our financial forecast represents the growth strategy that we discussed earlier. Once our concept is proven in Naba, Guatemala, we will launch on our global expansion strategy. We believe that by the end of year 3, we will have 10 manufacturing centers with about 48 machines. That should represent about $700,000 in annual revenue, generating about $50,000 in pre-tax profit. That is roughly 30 to 40% IRR over our invested capital.
Let's talk about funding. The co-founders have collectively committed $20,000 of funding to this venture. This will provide coverage for the direct costs associated with our first trip to Naba, Guatemala in 2 months.
We are seeking an additional $20,000 to $30,000 in order to fully expand our facility in Naba and prove the business case there. Meanwhile, this capital will also be put towards the productive use of additional product design and development. This product design and development will increase our portfolio of products and allow for greater accessibility towards a wide range of economic uses in the communities in which we hope to operate. Over the last year and a half that this idea has been in development, we have cultivated a number of key partnerships globally. These include Community Enterprise Solutions, Tech for Trade, the Ethical Filament Foundation, and GrabCAD, as we have referenced earlier in this presentation.
These partners continue to champion our success as we move towards next steps in our company's development. In conclusion, 3D printing is no longer only used for prototyping. It can be a very productive solution in manufacturing all around the world.
This model has the ability and the power to increase local economic development and empower local communities to design, to create, and to produce on their own in a way never before imagined.
Thank you for listening to our story, and we look forward to your support.